Oh, hey there. Didn't know you guys were coming over so soon. Well, that's alright. Come on in. Come on. I've got Sylgia making dinner for us, but that won't be ready for a while. Oh, do you want to see my favorite fish I caught earlier? Come on, follow me. Here, this is my pogfish. Pretty cool, right? Well, until Sylgia has finished making us some din-din, I have a good idea on how we can pass the time. I'll read you a story, one of my favorites. A story about love. Well, at least a type of love, in a way. You'll understand once I start going. Have a seat, get some more mammoth milk, and sit back while I regale you with the amazing literary genius that is the Lusty Argonian Maid. Unfortunately, we only have glimpses of greatness and not the perfection of the whole, so we take the scraps we're offered. We start with Act 4, Scene 3. We begin with our protagonist of the story, the Argonian Maid herself, lifts her tail, exclaiming to her master,
"Certainly not, kind sir. I am here but to clean your chambers."
"Is that all you have come here for, little one?" Her master, Crantius Colto, continued, "My chambers?"
"I have no idea what it is you imply, master. I am but a poor Argonian maid."
"So you are, my dumpling, and a good one at that. Such strong legs and shapely tail."
"You embarrass me, sir."
"Fear not. You are safe here with me."
"I must finish my cleaning, sir. The mistress will have my head if I do not."
"Cleaning, eh? I have something for you. Here, polish my spear."
"But it's huge. It could take me all night."
"Plenty of time, my sweet. Plenty of time." Riveting stuff, am I right? I'm all riled up. Figured it best we take a break between readings. It's important we get into the mind of the author when it comes to a masterpiece like this. Back in the days of Dagothur and the Nerevarine, there was an Imperial who was a counselor for House Hlalu, who aided the Nerevarine in their quest. We also know he's a horny bisexual, considering regardless of the Nerevarines' gender, he wants them to get naked and call them his dumpling, which we've established is an erotic term of endearment from his perspective, based on the scene we've just read. Let's read another scene, shall we? This time we come into the scene of a questionable cuisine. Lifts her tail, surprised by the current events, addresses her master.
"My goodness, that's quite a loaf. But however shall I fit it in my oven?"
This loaf isn't ready for baking, my sweet. It has yet to rise."
"If only we could hurry that along. How would I accomplish such a task?"
"Oh, my foolish little Argonian maid, you must use your hands."
"You wish me to knead the loaf? Here?"
"Of course."
"But what if the mistress catches me? Your loaf was meant to satisfy her appetite."
"Don't fret, my delicate flower. I'll satisfy the mistress's cravings later."
"Very well, but I'm afraid my oven isn't hot enough yet. It could take hours."
"Plenty of time, my sweet. Plenty of time." Wow, the double entendres and metaphors are so genuinely woven into the delicate, masterful storytelling. I can hardly bear it. Let's dive into the psyche of our author a bit more, shall we? There is a clear parallel between the master, Crantius Colto, and the author, Crantius Curro, considering their similar names and the fact they are both clearly imperial. Let's look into the meaning of their names, yeah? Crantius, based on the Imperial's language, Latin, translates to the word gross or grosser, and serves as the root word for our language's word crass. Curio by itself isn't much, but it is kind of the root for our word curious. And if we theorize a bit, we can borrow the US from the end of his first name, add it on, and we're left with the word curious, leaving us with the author's name, literally meaning he's curiously crass or crassly curious, unapologetically sexually inquisitive. Certainly sounds like our boy, doesn't it? So what about his self-insert? Crantius Colto. Well, Crantius directly translates to more often, or once you break down the word a bit, choose, as in making a choice. And Colto, in a different language, Italian, gets its roots from the word cultus, where we get the roots for words like cultured or cultivate. So we can assume his character is either himself, reaching to be more refined than he is, or perhaps is a direct reflection of how he sees himself. as he has got to where he is in life on nothing but his libido and charisma. How do we know this? Well, we can find a special version of his collection as a folio, which is another imperial term. In this special version, we find a letter to the Arano family, who owned a plantation in Morrowind in the same time frame. It details how Crantius showed up on their doorstep, expecting to be turned away like vermin. Instead, they took him in and offered him shelter. He expresses his gratitude and thanks their kindness with the book as a gift. Not long after, he became a counselor to House Hlalu and began work on his masterpiece. So, then the question becomes, who does Lifshertail represent? Some people say it's Crantius's fantasies with the Nerevarine. Maybe he once had a maid in his life or always wanted one. I like to think she represents all of us. You, me, and every Elder Scrolls player out there. Remember, Uncle Crantius wants you.
Hello, my dumplings. Tiradak has gone insane, and he has no idea what he's doing. Please help him out, yeah? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It can be our little secret.